is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are LA.
Well, the Freeway Series continues here from the Big A, and we've had some pretty good pitching matchups so far. A couple of shutouts. The Angels took Game 1 at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers returned the favor last night, and tonight it is Game 3 of this 4-game Freeway Series. We welcome you inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubica. I'm Victor Rojas, and since we've had two very good pitching matchups thus far and a couple of shutouts, thought we'd talk about the pitching matchup tonight. Hyun-Jin Ryu is on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Angels will counter with Alex Meyer. Now, Alex, a couple of starts ago, fantastic against Kansas City. Last time against Boston, a little shaky.
Yeah, but you think about it, Victor, he's been very good at the Big A throughout his career, especially this season with a 2-0 mark. And he's been able to get his fastball control over early at home, and that's the big thing. Good warm-up session before he comes into the game, carries it into the ball game. His curveball at times virtually unhittable. 181 opponent's batting average against Alex Meyer at home. Reason? Because he's able to throw that curveball for strikes and that wipeout swing and miss curveball. Ryu, on the other hand, when he's throwing his curveball and his changeup, very, very effective, especially against right-handed batters. But when you see him make mistakes, it's going to be on his four-seam fastball, not able to locate. Left-handed batters have actually hit him very well, over 350 this season, and he's given up some home runs. Great numbers, though, for Ryu in his career versus the Angels. Has not given up an earned run yet. You mentioned Alex Myers, very good at home, so this should be a very good pitching matchup.
The Angels get some reinforcements. Cameron Mavis back in the top of the order. Albert Pujols, after night off, is back in that DH spot. As we're just about ready for baseball here in Southern California with the Freeway Series. Sit back, relax. Going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Steelers. Gorgeous night for baseball here at the Big A. 72 degrees as the Angels are wearing their red alternate jerseys. Dodgers, of course, wearing their road grays as the Freeway Series continues here. And we were just talking about this before the game today. Last night, as good as a win it was for the Angels on Monday night, love the pitching performance, the matchup we saw yesterday. Terrific game up until, of course, the bottom of the 6th inning when the Dodgers ended up scoring 4 runs.
Yeah, on a 3-run home run by Jock Peterson. Other than that, Jesse Chavez was very, very good against a very potent Dodger lineup. Rich Hill, who pitched game 1, went 7 innings, so it's been a good series so far. What we anticipated coming into this 4-game set, 2 in LA, 2 down here in Anaheim.
You mentioned the warm-up routine for Alex Meyer, who, like you said, the last time he pitched here was against Kansas City on a nationally televised game against the Royals. It's a very good offensive unit. Dodgers a very good offensive unit. You could probably take a little bit away from that start he had against the Royals and apply it, at least try to apply it against a very aggressive and very successful Dodger offensive unit.
Yeah, when you think about the Dodgers, they can hit a fastball very well. And you look at Alex Meyer, his curveball was very, very effective. Established a fastball early to get him to think in terms of swinging into that fastball and then throw that hard curveball to get some easy outs with it.
Now the Angels against Sinjin Ryu. He's a guy that has thrown the ball very well in 2 starts against the Angels. Has not allowed a run. Just 4 hits in 16 innings of work. Different guy, though. He's had shoulder issues along with the elbow issues that he had last season.
A lot of home runs allowed this season for Ryu. So I think you got to bring him in the strike zone. He's trying to get you to chase pitches well out of the strike zone.
Well, with Alex Meyer and the Angels having taken the field, we'll take a look at Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. They sit atop the National League West, a game-and-a-half lead at 52-27. They will have Utley, Peterson, and Turner in the top third of the order, with Utley playing first base. Bellinger will DH tonight. Taylor, who had played left, is at shortstop. Grandal back in the lineup. Then you've got Forsythe, Puig, and Thompson rounding out that starting 9. You wanted to talk a little bit about Chase Utley, the versatile 38-year-old. We've seen him at second base the first 2 games, getting to start today at first.
Yeah, I think that key hit was for the Dodgers was that double he hit the left center field on a changeup at Jesse Chavez, a career 300 hitter against the Angels also, and 310 at this ballpark. So he's a guy that will chase that curveball out of the strike zone. Should be an effective pitch for Alex Meyer again. But if you throw him a fastball, good chance he's going to make a good pass at it.
Alex making his 11th start of the season. He comes into this one with a 3-4 mark and a 4.20 ERA. The number that stands out on your screen is the 32 walks at 49 1/3. If he limits that, as he did against Kansas City, which was the very first batter that he faced in that game, the only walk that he issued, he could be very, very effective.
Trust movement on the fastball. If you throw it towards the middle part of the plate, it's not going to stay in the middle part of the plate. It's going to move to a corner. So you got to trust that. You can't start that fastball on that outside or inside corner because it's not going to be a strike. Get ahead of counts and finish off with his curveball.
Let's check out the defense for the Angels tonight. Ben Revere's in left, Cameron Mabins in center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield with Yunel Escobar and Angelton Simmons on the left side. Danny Espinosa, Jeffrey Marte on the right, Martin Maldonado behind the plate.
And Marte getting to start his 22nd start at first base this season for the Angels. He's at 3 at third, 1 in left, and 1 in that DH position. Very important for him to be able to field his position. Do not give up extra outs against his potent Dodger lineup.
It's been a tough season, to say the least, for Jeffrey Marte, both offensively and defensively, but he gets the starting 9 at first base with a left-hander on the mound. We are ready for the first pitch as Chase Utley will stroll to the plate. A .230 average this year, 10 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in. Utley last night had 1 hit, and it was a big one. It was to lead off that 6th inning, the double to left center field, eventually scoring on the single by Bellinger. Alex Meyer with that modified windup delivers the first one, and it's in there for a strike. Marvin Hudson calling the balls and strikes tonight. Tom Woodring at first base, Jerry Lane at second. He's the crew chief. And Mike Estabrook at third. Shift on with Utley at the plate. Just off the plate. And it's 1-1. Folks still filing in. Already heard chants. Batting practice on the Let's Go Dodgers, the Let's Go Angels, the back and forth that happens through the Freeway Series every single year. 1-1. It's down and in. That's that sharp breaking ball. It's 2-1. Meyer in his last start, that was at Fenway. Ended up taking the loss, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. Struck out 3, walked 2. 87 pitches in 3 1/3. Also threw a couple of wild pitches. Utley slices it foul.
That's a pretty good indication of how much life he has in the fastball, especially lower part of the strike zone for Alex Meyer. So important. We talk about that front shoulder, but getting and staying on top of the baseball, very important for Alex. That's going to be a task for Martin Maldonado too, to try to keep him on course throughout this game.
Two now. Full count. Jock Peterson on deck. And he walks him, gets away from Maldonado. And Utley's on board with the leadoff walk.
My Hyundai key for the game tonight for the Angels to be successful, and especially Alex Meyer, a little rush today. Finding my way, that's finding that consistent release point. Staying on top, trust in movement, but again, utilize the middle part of the plate and then trust movement that it will not stay there.
No Dodger has faced Alex Meyer. Brett Eibner is the only one, pardon me. 1 at bat. As Jock Peterson comes up. Center fielder batting in the number 2 spot. Batting in the 6th hole last night. Had a 1-for-3 game with that 3-run home run to straightaway center field. His 7th of the season. First one in for a strike. .237 average for Jock. 361 on base percentage. Escobar in over at third base. Peterson lines one out to center. Off the end of the bat. Maven, good read on it. 1 down.
Yeah, because of that sound off the bat, and you hear the roar of the crowd. Thought he had squared it up, but did not do so. Good read by Cameron Maven.
Utley back to first base, and with 1 out, here comes Justin Turner. Justin had the night off last night. Logan Forsythe got the start at third base. Turner hitting .385. 16 doubles, 5 home runs, 28 runs batted in. And he hit the free agent market in the offseason and ended up re-signing with the Dodgers on a 4-year deal. Career highs last year, 27 home runs and 90 runs batted in. And a very good fastball hitter. Talked about that through the first game of the series.
And when you look at his numbers versus a fastball, .443 batting average, both the 2-seam and 4-seam fastball this season for Justin Turner, with 7 home runs. But on the other side, when you look at the curveball that Alex Meyer has, and a little bit less success on a curveball hitting for Justin Turner. That's why it's important to get ahead of the count and utilize that curveball. Just .250 versus a curveball for Justin Turner this season.
Alex has been tough on right-handers. 196 batting average against. He's allowed 4 home runs through his 10 starts. 2 to a lefty, 2 to a righty. Utley with a leadoff walk at first. Clanking out of the glove of Maldonado. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count. Mentioned that start that Alex had here against Kansas City. 9 strikeouts. That's a career high, which he said 2 starts prior to that at Detroit with the 1 walk. 6 innings. Turner fouls that one. 2-1.
Rushed that fastball upper part of the strike zone.
Dodgers, as we mentioned, the first couple of the games of this series. Good offensive unit. Third in runs scored, second on base percentage, sixth in slugging. They played very well at home, 33-11. It's 19-16 out of the road. 19-16 within the National League West. This one's driven out toward left center field. Ben Revere posting back on it. He'll make the catch on the warning track. 2 down. Utley heads back to first. Another one had some sound to it.
And a pretty good indication how strong Turner is to drive that ball to that 390 sign in left center field. Talk about turning around a career. Justin Turner is a great story.
Here's Cody Bellinger, DHing tonight. .273 average with 24 home runs, 56 runs batted in. A terrific piece of hitting last night, giving the Dodgers the 1-0 lead in the 6th inning. Jose Alvarez came in to face Bellinger, the lefty, and didn't try to do too much. Just kind of punched it through the left side with the shift on. And you see where Simmons is playing now. That's kind of the shift that the Angels had last night.
Yeah, and if he's in his normal shortstop position, that's an inning double play.
Breaking ball misses.
By the way, with that walk for Chase Utley for Alex Meyer, that's the 5th time in his 11th start he's walked the leadoff batter of the game. Has also hit a first batter of the game. So he's had those troubles with the first batter over half the time in his starts.
So the breaking ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Bellinger ended up going 1 for 2 last night with 2 walks, the RBI single and a fly to right. .14 pitches thrown so far by Meyer. 8 balls and 6 strikes.
It's that fastball by him. When you look at numbers and splits so far this season, when you look at Bellinger, he's been very good versus a curveball. .316 batting average versus curveballs, including 2 home runs. With his swing, you can see why. He's got a little bit of a uppercut lift to his swing. That curveball coming right down, especially from a right-handed pitcher, into his swing path.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
But you don't go away from that pitch if you're Alex Meyer when you look at his numbers throwing his curveball and the success he's had getting hitters out with that pitch. .145 batting average versus his curveball. So you have a hitter that hits a curveball versus a pitcher who doesn't have many hitters touching his curveball. In a count right now where you might see his curveball 2-2 to try to finish off the inning.
Espinosa out in shallow right with a shift on Utley at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dodgers don't run a whole lot at the middle of the pack in the National League. 42 total stolen bases. Taylor leads the way with 10.
Yasiel Puig had that outstanding throw in Game 1 of this series.
Paying an awful lot of attention to Chase Utley with a dangerous hitter at the plate.
Now, my focus, I got 2 outs. This man at the plate, 24 home runs, 56 RBI. Started the season in AAA.
2-2. Breaking ball looked like he went. He did. Gets rung up. And Meyer picks up his first strikeout of the night. The leadoff walk stranded at first. Right to the bottom of the first with no score. Check out Mike Scioscia's lineup with the Angels, currently sitting at 41-40. Tied for second in the American League West, 12.5 games back. We mentioned Maybin's back in the lineup, leading things off. Calhoun and Pujols rounding out that top third. Then you've got Escobar, Simmons, Maldonado, Marte at first, Espinosa at second. Revere gets to start in left against the left-hander, but Ben with good numbers in his career against Hyun-Jin Ryu. But Albert back in the lineup after a day off yesterday in that DH spot, pardon me.
Yeah, when you look at his career numbers against the Dodgers, 318 with 18 home runs, also 79 career home runs here at the Big A, including that big number 600 grand slam for Albert Pujols in this ballpark going against Ryu.
Hyun-Jin Ryu, the 30-year-old lefty, native of South Korea, making his 14th appearance, 13th start of the season, 3-6 with a 4.30 ERA. Works very quickly. The first one's off the plate for ball one.
Yeah, my go-tos to be successful against Ryu is drive that four-seam fastball. Not real good numbers for Ryu against that four-seamer, and score early in the game. ERA in that first inning very high for Ryu, so get him early.
Maybin has faced Ryu in the past. He's 0 for 7 in his career, but ahead of the count now at 2-0.
He's given up 9 earned runs. There's 12 starts and 12 innings pitched. In the first inning, ERA 6.75 for Ryu in the first inning.
Maybin comes in batting .262, 366 on base percentage. Settled into that leadoff spot. 15 doubles, a triple, 6 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Three one. Reverse splits for Ryu. Right-handers have hit .247 against the lefties, .356. And total of 14 home runs allowed.
And you can see why most of his pitches are going to be on that arm side. It's like that fastball there. Change-ups, curveballs, outer half of the plate, but against left-handed batters, that drifts to that part of the plate where left-handed batters have done some damage against them. I mentioned that batting average, also 6 home runs allowed versus left-handed batters for Ryu.
3-2 to Camp, and called strike 3, and that pitch was off the plate. Maybin looks back and 1 down.
Yeah, that pitch is definitely a ball.
Strike last night with Mike Estabrook.
Yeah, but off the outside corner, and it's a long conversation for Cameron Maybin. You can see on our Fox tracks off the plate. Randall tried to bring it back, got the call.
Marvin Hudson ripping off the mask. So 1 out, nobody on, and here's Cole Calhoun.
See if this pattern continues for left-handed batters against Ryu, especially first pitch swinging if you're Cole.
Cole's never faced him. 246 on the season, 10 doubles, 10 home runs, 38 RBIs. Cole last night 0 for 4. Angels offense managing just 5 hits. Yunel Escobar had 2 of them. Ground ball. Throws to Utley, 2 down. Take a look at the Dodgers on the defensive side of things. A change up from last night. Thompson at left, Peterson at center, Puig back in the lineup at right. Turner, Taylor, Forsythe, and Utley from third to first. Grandal back behind the plate.
And Yasiel Puig out and right, picked up his third outfield assist. What a throw that was on Monday night. Had led the National League with 15 outfield assists in 2014. When he charges the baseball, gets behind the baseball, there's no one better as far as throwing in the outfield than Yasiel Puig.
Albert takes a strike. That pitcher is down and away. Pujols DH, 1 for 6 in his career against Ryu. On the season, .239 with 11 home runs, 51 runs batted in. Did not play last night. Picked up a single in Monday night's game. It takes him now to 2,894 career hits, 40th all time still. Now Simmons up next at 29-27. Nasty action.
Little cut fastball for him. When you look at the numbers and splits as far as numbers this season and pitches thrown, 4 seam fastballs, hitters with a lot of success against Ryu this season. Batting average at .359, 11 home runs allowed. Curveball though, under 100 batting average.
There's the breaking ball. Pujols goes down swinging a 1-2-3 inning for Ryu, including a couple of strikeouts. Well, ahead of the second with no score. To join the Angels Friday with the Seattle Mariners in town for the first of 3. Fans in attendance Friday night receive a patriotic cowboy hat courtesy of Restless while supplies last. Go to angels.com for more details.
Looking forward to that one.
Bucket hat, fedora, and of course the old foam fish.
Yes.
See, I like that bucket hat.
Yes.
It's golfer's paradise right there. Chris Taylor, Yasmani Grandal, Logan Forsythe here in the second. A walk and a strikeout for Alex Meyer in the first.
Let's think of Happy Gilmore with that hat.
Yeah.
You talk about golfing, the caddy, and the heckler.
Oh, Happy Gilmore and Bob Barker.
Oh, that's one of the best fight scenes of all time.
The price is wrong. Taylor lines one out to left field. Revere's there. One away. Good old Chubbs.
Yep.
Here comes Yasmani Grandal. Had the night off last night with Austin Barnes getting to start behind the plate.
Apollo Creed.
Grandal hitting .263 on the season. We'll take a strike.
Good to see you be able to throw that curveball for a strike.
Yasmani Monday night went 0 for 3 with a walk. 9 home runs, 29 runs batted in for the switch hitting catcher. Go back to that start two starts ago. The conversation that Alex had with Garrett Richards. I know we touched on it at Fenway Park. Looks like Maldonado having words with Marvin Hudson. I don't know if somebody said something, whether it's Meyer's reaction or something, but clearly already some chirping going on with Marvin Hudson behind the plate. 2-1, 3-1.
But going back to that conversation, talking about Garrett when he first got to the big leagues and his mechanics being out of sync and trying to repeat, he just told Alex, throw it down the middle. You have movement, you've got velocity, which Garrett had as well, and still does. Just throw it down the middle. See if they can hit it.
And you can see how much movement that pitch has. There's no way you're going to get an umpire to call that a strike if you started on the corner. Remember, we had these conversations with Garrett a couple of years ago, the same thing. Throw it down the middle. Now, if it stays true, they're going to get a good swing. It's a mistake pitch anyhow. But for the most part, it's going to sink or cut. And it's going to stay away from the barrel of the bat.
Those last 3 pitches that all missed away, it almost looked like he was forcing the issue away, trying to force that outside corner as opposed to just let it hover over the plate, let it sink away.
And what you do when you're trying to throw the ball to the middle of the plate is you're going to be on top of the baseball. When you're trying to hit a corner, you're going to get your hand out in front and you're just going to try to guide that. But when you're throwing for the middle of the plate, you're going to stay on top and then that ball will naturally move for you. Good conversation here with Martin Maldonado.
A lot of talent in that arm, just trying to harness it all and be consistent here at the major league level. The 1-0. Strike to even the count. Logan Forsythe getting to start at second tonight, hitting .204 on the season. First season with the Dodgers. (15 of the 28 pitches out of the zone for Alex, and at times it could benefit him. The old so-called effectively wild,
especially when you throw that hard. As a hitter, you're not comfortable in the batter's box, looking out over a part of the plate because you don't know if that's going to go to that part of the plate.
Foul tipped into the bit. The problem becomes, correct me if I'm wrong here, if he's unable to throw the breaking pitch for a strike, which he has been able to do when he hasn't been able to locate the fastball, he's been able to go back to that breaking pitch. If he can't throw that, and you've got hitters just sitting fastball.
Yeah, exactly. Even as good as his fastball is, if you're sitting fastball, especially if you're looking away with his fastball, you can make a good pass at it.
1 out, 1 on. 2-2 now. Just below the strike zone, full count. Yasiel Puig on deck. Very short lead for Grandal at first. Forsythe gets jammed, fouls it off.
See, the one pitch I would throw a lot, 3-2, was my slider, because I felt I had a better chance to get a hitter to go after that pitch, because start at middle part of the plate and go down. You can get a ground ball with it, you can get a swing and miss. I still think that's a good pitch for Alex Meyer to go with on a 3-2 count, because he's having a tough time controlling his movement with his fastball.
Forsythe will ground into a double play 5 times this year. And that one's off the plate. Back-to-back walks with 1 out.
And going back to not being able to control his fastball.
So they'll bring up Puig now with 2 on and 1 out. Dodgers last night 2 for 5 with men in scoring position, 2 for 12 in the series. There's a team coming into play today, 262. Yasiel did not play last night. Thompson got the start at right. Puig hitting .251, 10 doubles, 14 home runs, 41 runs batted in. Overthrown breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Good curveball right there from Alex Meyer. A lot of people, a lot of fans here tonight. A lot still trying to get in to the Big A, whether it's trying to get into the stadium itself or on the freeway. Big moment already in this game for Alex Meyer, especially with Yasiel Puig at the plate now with 2 on.
Grandal at second, Forsythe at first base. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, and that just missed inside. It's 2-1.
Certainly could have been called a strike when you look at numbers versus a curveball this season for Yasiel Puig. 208 batting average versus a curveball. Seen quite a few curveballs already in this at bat for Alex Meyer versus Puig.
Just the top of the second. Fastball towards short. Simmons goes to second for 1, and Espinosa loses the ball in the transfer. Bob Guerin, the bench coach, will head down to the phone just to have the guys downstairs so the Dodgers take a look at it.
I thought Andrelton Simmons was going to throw to third base on that one, especially with Yasiel Puig running. Very difficult to be able to turn a double play. Certainly look on the transfer. The feed. And there's no doubt it's on the transfer there.
So 2 outs, runners at the corners. It's like Simmons and Espinosa talking behind second base, see who's got coverage if Puig takes off.
Yeah.
Yasiel reaches on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, you also might see a situation where you would cut in front of the base and try to make a play at the plate if Grandal would go on the throw. Yasiel Puig with 9 stolen bases, been caught twice, looks like he's ready to go.
Trace Thompson looks at a fastball for a strike. Was in right last night, in left tonight. 0 for 11 so far this year at the major league level. Overthrown breaking ball.
That's it.
Yeah.
Great play by Maldonado. Overthrown breaking ball. That's in the left-handed batter's box. Scooped well by Martin Maldonado.
I mentioned those 2 wild pitches that he had in the last start in the first inning against Boston. Good lead for Puig at first. 1-1. I see a guy right now trying to throw darts, aiming at everything, whether it's a breaking ball or a fastball.
And when you have an arm like Alex has, you almost can tell a hitter what you're throwing. It's that good of stuff. But you still have to have the confidence to do that.
There's a good pitch.
That's one of those unhittable spots. You're at the mercy of the home plate umpire. Trace Thompson takes that pitch. Even if you swing at that, that'll be fouled into the dugout.
That goes back to your point about staying on top, especially to the glove side. 40 pitches now thrown by Alex. We're in the second inning.
And more so far out of the strike zone for Alex.
Puig leaning a little bit.
Very important right now for Martin Maldonado to be in position to block a curveball in the dirt. Trying to get a swing and miss.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Thompson. Took 24 pitches, but Alex Meyer gets out of it unscathed. We'll head to the bottom of the second with no score. South Beach, when baseball's biggest stars take the field for the MLB All-Star Game, July 11th only on Fox. The home run derby that happens on the 10th on that Monday at Marlins Park got a new participant today, Miguel Sano of the Minnesota Twins. Don't you know?
Yo, that is a big man.
There's going to be some laser beams taking shot at that monstrosity of a sculpture in left center field during the All-Star Game, or the home run derby, I should say.
You think they could ask us to go down there and throw some BP for them? We could give up some monster home runs.
The only saving grace is that you know they're going to try to pull everything. It's not like they're trying to shoot it back up the middle. Although if it were us, maybe they would try.
Just move the L screen away. Take target practice at us.
That carnival game with the Ducks in the shooting range. Yunel Escobar to lead things off. We're scoreless here in the bottom of the second. Injun Ryu had a 1-2-3 first with a couple of strikeouts. Uni batting that cleanup spot yet again. He'll bounce this one foul up the line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Escobar's taken a liking to the 4th spot. He's not the prototypical big RBI guy, but 20 games so far in that number 4 spot. He's at 321, 8 doubles, 6 runs batted in, an 818 OPS.
I think when Mike Trout comes back, you're going to see Escobar either in the 5th or 6th spot. He's very good as far as a run producer. He hits the ball hard all the time. Up the middle, on the ground. Been very good with runners in scoring position since putting on that Angel uniform. Mike Trout getting closer and closer to a return.
And that's driven out towards center field. Peterson plays a deeper center field than most. Tracks it down for round number 1. Here comes Andrelton Simmons.
Rio now into his 3rd start against the Angels in his career, has still not given up a run.
Nope.
An earned run.
So it's now a total of 17 1/3 innings of work. Just 4 hits allowed. And like you said, no earned runs.
And really, even go back into the spring training games we've seen over the years, Rio has been very good against the Angels. He's done a very good job as far as that backdoor curveball, his changeup going away. Just 1 walk and 11 punch-outs in those previous 2 starts in 16 innings.
Ball and a strike on Andrelton Simmons. Bouncer to 3rd. Turner's got it. 2 down. Brings up Martin Maldonado. But back to Ryu. He missed all of 2015. He had labrum surgery in his left shoulder. And then came back. Pitched just a total of 9 games last season, combined between AAA and the big leagues. Only 1 in the big leagues. He had 1 appearance and then he was shut down with an elbow issue, elbow tendonitis. I tell you, you go back to 2013 and 2014, he was good. 56 starts, 28 and 15 with a 3.17 ERA.
Yeah, his fastball is not overpowering, but he spots it well. He's getting a little bit better velocities. 88 to 93 range, slider, cut fastball, curveball, changeup.
Maldonado takes a strike. Martin hitting .257, 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Like he did swing, and he did. It's 1-2.
mentioned how effective his curveball has been. That's a good one. Big break to that pitch. Very rarely in the strike zone.
Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. Outside corner. 6 up, 6 down for Ryu. We'll head to the third with no score here at the Big A. Is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru. No score as we start the third. Top of the order coming up for the Dodgers at Utley, Peterson, and Turner on this beautiful night for baseball. Nice round of applause up above the first base dugout. Tommy Lasorda, legend, making his way up the steps. Angel fans and Dodger fans giving him a nice standing ovation. Good to see Tommy out at the Big A. First one, Utley. Here's a strike.
Always enjoy those baseball conversations with Tommy.
Utley worked a walk in the first. 3 walks issued by Alex Meyer. The first 2 innings. There's Tommy. And you're right, the stories are priceless.
Oh, he's the best. Boy, does he love the game of baseball.
2-1.
Great ambassador for the game of baseball. How far that missed off the outside corner. Again, if you threw that in the middle part of the plate, it's got a chance of catching the corner, but you start that on the corner, it's going to be well off the plate. Easy for the umpire to call that one a ball.
Three full counts so far for Alex Meyer in the game. And he works his second walk. 4th issued by Meyer.
Center fielder, number 31, John Peterson.
Jock Peterson hit a fly ball to shallow center to first. He's 0 for 1. Howard did catch the outside corner of the breaking ball.
You can see Peterson, he was roaring out there looking for a fastball for a pitcher right now with control issues again to start this inning for Alex Meyer. What it does is it gives you confidence as a hitter because you're going to be able to sit just on one pitch as compared to guessing. When you go back to Ricky Nolasco, he did a great job as far as getting the Dodgers hitters to guess that first game on Monday. Same thing with Jesse Chavez most of the whole game also.
.50 pitches now thrown by Alex. Utley, decent lead over at first base. 1-2, way outside. Snap throw to first, and Marte applies a quick tag. Utley was able to keep that foot on the base.
When Maldonado was setting up, he wanted a high fastball inside part of the plate. See the target being set. He wanted that above the belt. And look how far that ball missed off the outside corner. Reason why? Front shoulder opened up, elbow dropped.
Full count.
I think Utley's going here on a 3-2 count. Trying to get a little walking lead. Reason why I think that way for the Dodgers here is just because of Alex having a tough time in the strike zone.
I think the only reason the Dodgers haven't run so far is the fact that Maldonado has been able to neutralize the running game this year. Alex isn't the quickest to the plate. Doesn't go, and Peterson dribbles one up the line. Meyer going to grab it before it comes back. Foul ball. Utley back to first base.
In this ballpark, that baseball always will find its way back into fair territory. Rolling down on that dirt down the line. The only thing that helped is Peterson had stopped also.
Reset at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Utley at first, a lead off one. Nobody out of the third with no score. Utley doesn't go again. Peterson bounces this one foul. Big sea of blue Dodger fans in right field, upper right field bleachers. Heard the "Let's go Dodger" chants.
Huge crowd. Still quite a few fans trying to file into the Big A.
That's a called strike 3. Peterson knew it. Got a fastball instead of a breaking ball. 1 down.
Yeah, he was geared up looking to try to track something in the lower part of the strike zone on a breaking ball. Got the express instead. Great life on that fastball. 94 with a strikeout.
So 1 out, 1 on. Here's Justin Turner with a fly ball to left field. His first inning at bat.
See how much that career has turned around for Justin Turner. And got the look going there, the Justin Turner look. Takes a while to get that beard going.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, it's comfortable too.
Get that kind of growth. It's mandatory to kind of play with it, isn't it? Stroke it, if you will. Got to buy product for that stuff. 1 ball, 1 strike. Up there first. Way outside. Snap throw to first. Quick tag by Jeffrey, but Chase gets that hand back in there.
A couple back picks already this season for Maldonado. Machetes wants to be known as with that cannon of an arm he has. And you see right there what he showed is direct path to the plate. Direct path. Don't fall either way.
Two one pitch. Good fastball. Oh, 95. Just off the plate.
It's a pretty good take if you're Turner, especially when you're dealing with a guy throwing a fastball that firm.
It's the 5th full count of the night for Alex Meyer. We're in the 3rd. And a walk. 2nd of the inning. 5th of the game. You got Cody Bellinger coming up. We saw Tommy Lasorda earlier. Manny Mota sitting in with Amaury P. Gonzalez and Jose Mota.
Oh man, one of the all-time great guys, and what a hitter he was in his career. Always great to see Manny.
They don't shorten up and make contact like Manny once did. Not anymore.
Yeah, if he got 2 strikes on him, he was putting ball in play. He was going to hit the ball on the line, and he was certainly going to make contact.
Bellinger struck out in the 1st.
Manny Mota, a .304 career hitter in the major leagues.
Utley at 2nd, Turner at 1st. A struggle for Alex Meyer through 2 1/3. 0-1. 1-1. Two balls, one strike. And while Alex really struggled in that start against Boston, this is perhaps a start that he'd like to forget already. Although nothing's come across. It's the third time this year which he has walked 5 batters. And now behind a 3-1.
Right now you have one of the hottest hitters in all of baseball getting the chance to sit on a pitch right now on a 3-1 count. Dangerous spot.
No movement yet in the Angels pen. 65 pitches. 3-1. Full count.
And that's the thing too as a hitter, though. You could be sitting on a pitch, you just don't know where that pitch is going to be thrown. You could think, okay, I'm getting a fastball. You're going to be roaring out there for a fastball. Then it's well out of the strike zone, and then you have Alex paint the corner.
Three-two. Little number back toward the mound. Meyer goes to first. May have forgotten how many outs there were. It's been a long half inning, and perhaps just kind of brain locked there, because he definitely had to play at second base.
I think a little bit of a stumble for Alex at that point. You might have seen in Maldonado at that point pointing to first base, get that second out. He has a play there at second for sure. Andrelton Simmons is right there, then decides to take that out at first base.
Here's Chris Taylor. Runners at second and third. Taylor with a fly ball to left his first time up. I'm going to chop this one to third. Escobar comes in on the short hop. How about this?
Bobbing and weaving.
No doubt about it. That is some serious voodoo he's working. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Somehow scoreless.
To the bottom of the third inning, I'm Alex Curry. And heading into tonight's game, the Angels lead Major League Baseball with 74 stolen bases, already surpassing their season total from 2016. Now, Mike Scioscia said the reason that their numbers are up this year is because they've added veteran speed, and one of those veterans is Cameron Maybin, who not only leads the team, but leads the American League with 24 stolen bases. Now, Cameron said for him, it's like a cat and mouse game. You can't wait for it to happen with our team. You have to make it happen. He said he's a veteran student of the game. He's confident in his speed and his ability to read situations. Plus, guys, he's got those go-go gadget arms.
Well, that's the big thing. You have to press the issue, especially when you don't have Mike Trout in the lineup. But I think even you saw before Trouty got hurt. Cameron Maben stealing bases, putting pressure on the defense. When you have the defense out of their comfort zone, you can score some runs that way. Maben's been very, very good. 24 stolen bases in 25 attempts.
Bottom third of the order for the Angels here in the third. Marte, Espinosa, and Revere. Jeffrey got into the game last night as a pinch hitter. He got called up before the game on Monday, as Caleb Cowher was sent back down. He's ahead of the count at 2 balls, no strikes. Marte this year 173 in the big leagues. 4 doubles, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. This is a cue shot. It'll beat the shift. Perfectly placed by Jeffrey Marte, and the Angels get their first base run of the ball game.
It always looks like a line drive base hit at the box score. Again, that's that pitch off the end of the bat, stays away. Arm side pitches throughout the game. You're going to see for right-handed batters against Rio. Try to take the sting out of the bat as a hitter. You're trying to bring him in the middle part of the plate, and that's where you see the power numbers going against Rio, giving up 14 home runs this season.
Danny Espinosa, 174. We'll take one up and away. Danny was out in the starting lineup last night with Cliff Pennington instead getting to start at second. Espinosa went 1 for 2 Monday night with a sac fly. Also hit by a pitch. That off speed you were talking about when this game started once upon a time, the tailing pitch away from a right-handed batter.
Mentioned most all his pitches against right-handed batters. He'll throw his cut fastball in to keep you honest, but the curveball, changeup, even four-seam fastball, arm side for Rio. And most times they're going to be a little bit off the plate, and he's trying to get you to swing at pitches that are not strikes.
This was pulled to third and gloved by Justin Turner. Forsythe over to first, and they only get the lead runner. Right, take a look at that at second base. I'm not sure if Forsythe kept that foot on the base. Yeah, that was a terrific play.
That's when you straddle the base, and I don't know if he got that foot on the base at second, but this ball was hit well, and Turner's made a couple really good plays at third in this series.
Yep, he's
got that foot on there.
He had that momentum going toward first base, so it appears if it was maybe off the base, but Turner, terrific play to Rob Espinosa.
And how quick he got rid of that baseball, too. Very impressive. Talked about the offensive numbers for Justin Turner. He's been very solid defensively at third base, too, for the Dodgers. What a player he's turned into.
You know what? You look at both of these teams, and they've had their issues on the defensive side of things. The Angels have committed 45 errors this year. The Dodgers have committed 47, but it's easy as Revere takes a pitch in the dirt and caught kind of flat-footed as Espinosa. He stays at first base. Is the fact that, yeah, you look at him and say, wow, 45 errors, 47 errors, not a very good defensive team. And while there have been issues for both teams, they've also made some spectacular plays, especially when you've needed them to make spectacular plays.
And that's what you want. I mean, sometimes what it comes down to is those routine plays. You have those little mental lapses where you commit errors. The Angels of late have been very good defensively. Talked about that yesterday, just 1 error in the last 8 games. Dodgers, we've seen them make some outstanding plays here already in this 3-game set so far. Like the final game tomorrow.
Kike Hernandez last night at shortstop made a fantastic play. Puig, the throw from right field Monday night.
Trace Thompson with that diving play last night in right field. That was a tough play, by the way, by Escobar to finish off that in-between
short
hop.
Yeah, especially with you're looking, you see the runner coming from third going home out of the corner of your eye.
And some odd numbers here. Ben Revere with great numbers, by the way. You wonder why a lefty in there versus a lefty pitcher. Ben Revere 6 for 7 in his career versus Ryu. For Ben Revere.
They'll look at a strike. It's 2-1 on the season. 217. 6 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 7 runs batted in.
Yeah, Victor, I was talking to Dino Evil about can you steal against Ryu. His times to the plate, 1-1-7. Normal times to play about 1-2-5, 1-3-0. Very quick, as you can see there.
Little dribbler to the right side. That's Forsythe. Gets rid of it quickly. 2 down. Espinosa into scoring position.
So the best way to steal against Ryu is you got to pick a count in which you see, when you look at patterns, you have all those statistics and numbers in your dugout where he throws more curveballs in certain counts. When you have a runner, that's when you go.
Halos last night 0 for 3 with men in scoring position, just 2 for 10 in the series. Maben, who struck out in the first inning and had some words with Marvin Hudson, now at the plate. He drops that curveball in there. 0-1 count.
You would think this would be a good matchup for Cameron Maben. Ryu, talk about his 4-seam fastball and curveball. Maben, 368 batting average versus a curveball this season. 329 versus a 4-seam fastball with 4 home runs for Maben.
No score, we're in the third. 1-1.
See him tracking that curveball very well. When you have a batting average that high against a curveball, you see that at the pitcher's hand very well. Here's numbers: 368 versus a curveball, 4-seam fastball, which Ryu throws quite a few of them. 329. Jump on that high fastball, he can drive it.
2-1 pitch. It's downstairs. 3-1 with Cole on deck. Top part of the zone, full count.
Boy, he went with that 4-seam fastball. Got to believe that he's got 2 options here against Maben for Ryu, either the backdoor curveball or changeup.
Quick conversation. Ryu is asking for Grandal to go out there. Full count with 2 outs. Angels getting their first base runner. The hit by Marte to lead off this inning. Espinosa reached out a fielder's choice.
Oh, the first beach ball. Peterson tried to bat it up into the stands. Successful the second time.
Just put it back in play.
He worked his way back.
Timeout. There's Puig going out there. Is he going to throw it back up there? No, he'll take care of it.
He's looking over. Okay, this is what you do to that beach ball. You just rip it apart.
All right, now we're ready. Full count, 2 outs. Man in scoring position. Maben takes a called strike 3. Got a fastball. And the Angels leave that man stranded at second base. Right to the 4th with no score. story around Major League Baseball. The John Tumpain, the umpire, big league umpire, was off for a run, and when he finished his run across the Roberto Clemente Bridge this afternoon, he saw a woman that stepped off to the ledge on the other side, wanted to take her life. Tumpain walked over, grabbed her. They had a conversation, eventually brought her back, and everything was fine. This is what John Tumpain had to say before the game today.
I just kind of hooked her arm with mine, and I said, "You don't want to do that." I said, "It's just as good over here." I said, "Why don't we just go grab some lunch and talk about whatever?" And she said, No, I'm better off on this side. Just let me go." And I said, "Oh no." I said, you're not going to let you go." I said, "Let's just talk this out and we'll get you back over here." And she's like, "No, I'll just, no one wants to help me. Just let me go." And I said, "No, we're here to help you." And I said, she's like, "You'll forgive me tomorrow." I said, "I'll never forget you. You can have my promise on that."
That's it's an amazing moment. You get goosebumps when you think about what John was able to do and bring her back on the other side of that bridge, and hopefully everything will turn out all right for her down the road. But what a valiant effort, heroic effort by John Tumpain.
No doubt.
We got Mike Scioscia and Eric Munson, the trainer, coming out. This will be an unofficial visit to Alex Meyer now.
Fell behind on Yasmani Grandal at 2-0. And I wonder if Scioscia brought Munson out just based on Maldonado going out to talk to him.
And the one thing about Martin Maldonado, he notices stuff so quickly. And that'll be an unofficial visit to the mound. Into his fourth inning with 5 walks, 3 punch-outs in the game so far for Alex Meyer. 70 pitches thrown. 33 strikes, 37 out of the strike zone for Alex.
Big rip by Yasmani. 2 balls and a strike. Grandal worked a walk in the second, 1 of 5 issued by Alex Meyer through the first 3 innings. Has 3 strikeouts, but has yet to yield a hit.
You can see that life on his fastball, and he's been putting it in the fastball counts against a very dangerous lineup. Yet late 97 best fastball, throwing an 82-mile-an-hour curveball.
Another 3-2. This one fouled back. Three-two. Bouncer back toward the middle, and that'll sneak through for a base hit. So Yasmani Grandal gets the Dodgers' first hit of the night. Leadoff man on board. Here comes Logan Forsythe.
And this ground ball just by Alex Meyer. With the shift on, even though Anderson Simmons is playing towards that second base bag, gets it through that infield for the first hit for the Dodgers.
Forsythe worked the walk in the second. Came over to an offseason trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. Guy who could bounce around everywhere. You see his batting average the last couple of years. Last year, 264. Did have a career high 20 home runs. He'll bounce this one to Escobar. Goes to Espinosa for 1. Relay back to first, and a 2-handed grab by Jeffrey Marte at first. A double play, 2 outs.
You talk about getting a lot on a relay throw. Kenny Espinosa, strong throwing arm. Gets the feed from Escobar. And a double play turn on top of that throw and a firm throw. Completing that 5-4-3 double play.
Here's Puig, who's 0 for 1, reached down a fielder's choice. Puig pops this one. Jeffrey Marte. Dodgers get their first hit, but nothing more as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We're still scoreless. Is being brought to you by the 4th of July sales event that is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. It's the bottom of the 4th. No score. Halo setting up 2, 3, and 4 coming up against Hyun-Jin Ryu, Calhoun, Pujols, and Escobar. Cole 0 for 1 with a ground out. 3 strikeouts for Ryu, no walks, 1 hit allowed. Much better half inning for Alex Meyer in the top of the 4th. More under control. Cole shoots one down the left field line. As Thompson was shading him that way. It just makes it look effortless, doesn't he? Just glides over to the baseball, one out.
So athletic, great coverage. No matter where they put him in the outfield, he played 10 or more games in all 3 outfield positions last season. We saw him in right field last night, left field tonight. It's one of those games so far where you see both pitchers, although Alex Meyer control issues, but still good enough stuff to avoid any damage. And Ryu has been very, very good. You're just looking for one of those mistakes on a 4-seam fastball, see if Albert can capitalize. There's Alex after that quick visit with Eric Munson and Mike Scioscia. Do one warm-up pitch and then settle down.
Three infielders on the left side for Albert. He'll foul it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pujols punched down in the first.
Albert's had a lot of success when you look at his numbers career-wise as far as OPS versus the Dodgers. Only Hank Aaron and Barry Bonds higher, 970. Willie Mays just below. Albert Pujols, that's some serious names.
And he got the fastball right by him. 2 outs.
Twice already has struck out Albert Pujols. Swinging. Goes with the fastball. Talked about his ability to get hitters to swing at pitches that are not strikes. 4-seam fastball off the outside corner gets Albert Pujols to swing and miss. Ryu's been very good keeping that front shoulder in, driving towards the plate. Mentioned that arm side pitches, whether it's a fastball or off speed, very effective against right-handed batters.
Escobar, a fly ball to center, his first AB. Starting to see a trend tonight once again, like we've seen the first 2 games. Well played games so far between these 2 teams.
A lot of energy on the field, a lot of energy in the stands. Dave Roberts has done a very good job since taking over as the manager for the Dodgers. He's controlling a lot of different personalities and a lot of talent. NL Manager of the Year last season.
Did not go.
See if he was able to hold up. Pretty close to, I would think that's a swing. He's saying, no, I didn't do it. You can check it. Yeah, no problem. I didn't swing. Although, I would beg to differ on that one. I thought he crossed the plate, but he got the call. It's that big, slow curveball.
You know what? And you look at the reaction of Escobar. That's when you know you're going really good as a pitcher. A left-handed pitcher to a right-handed batter. You're buckling the knee of a right-handed batter with a breaking ball.
Yeah.
That's, you don't know what you're going to get. 3-2. Gets a fastball here, takes it downstairs, a 2-out walk. First free pass issued by Ryu.
Looks like he tried to throw a cut fastball there. Missed well out of the strike zone. Really good in his last 41 games, 317 batting average.
Check in of Escobar. Simmons grounded out in the second. 0 for 1.
And a lot of room on that right side of the infield here for Andrelton Simmons. Stay back on one of those slow breaking balls or change ups away and punch it through the hole.
Turned it over. No balls, 2 strikes.
You know, those change-ups off the outside corner. You try to pull it, very difficult to make contact with, but you can, because of the speed of that pitch, you can punch that ball to that right side.
Back up the middle, hits Ryu. That'll go as an infield base hit. Utley, we said it the other day. He's always involved and always thinking, kind of like Simmons. He's still trying to throw the ball to second base, and they're going to come out and check out Ryu's leg.
That baseball was scolded right back up the middle. Hopefully Ryu is okay.
Guy that has battled back after shoulder surgery and the elbow issue last year, and now gets drilled in the lower leg by Andrelton Simmons.
On the follow through, that baseball was right back up the middle and off the foot. The foot you pushing off the pitching rubber. So you didn't quite get that down on the ankle area, it looks like. The sound off that one. You're right, Utley seems to be everywhere.
I know that always gives you chills when you see that ball coming back at you since you suffered a broken leg.
Yep. You know, the only thing hopefully he has in his favor is he wasn't putting a lot of weight on that foot when it hit him. Although that ball was scolded right back up the middle. And again, that's the push-off leg. So that's going to be some discomfort as you're pushing off the pitching rubber to deliver the pitch. It's going to be very difficult for him to walk this one off, especially in that ankle area.
I mean, it looked like he just pointed to the top of the foot, kind of by where the swoosh of the shoe, which would be better than the actual ankle. Painful, regardless.
So in this inning, we've had both trainers for each team go out to visit a pitcher. Alex Meyer and now Ryu here with that line drive back up the middle by Andrelton Simmons. So very important to see if he's able to get balance and push off that pitching rubber. .101 mile per hour off the bat. And when you think about it, after you release the baseball, you're about 50 feet away as a pitcher.
Or if you're Carter Capps, you're about 45 feet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I credit Ryu. He's trying to fight his way through this, and he's going to stay in. Pretty tough. That's one of those plays too, is if you get through this inning, it's when you're sitting on the bench. Starts to swell up on you. Even more discomfort. But if you're Martin Maldonado right now, you're thinking, I'm thinking I'm going to get a high fastball. Something elevated, because it's going to be more difficult to push off that pitching rubber. I have to be ready to swing in that first pitch.
First and second, 2 outs. There's Martin Maldonado. He struck out looking in the second inning. Taylor, the shortstop, really playing that shortstop hold. Turn it over again.
So curveball outside corner, changeup off the outside corner.
No balls, 2 strikes, 56 pitches for Ryu. 34 have been strikes. It's ground ball right to Taylor. Positioned perfectly. They force out Simmons, and we will head to the 5th here at the Big A, still with no score. Nine 1-2 coming up for the Dodgers here at the top of the 5th inning with no scores. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth, and glad you could join us here for the Freeway Series continuing on Fox Sports West. And, you know, the first 2 games have been fantastic with a couple of shutouts. The Angels got one, the Dodgers answered back, and today, what do you know, zeros on the board between Ryu and Alex Meyer, both doing it a little bit differently.
Yeah, Vic, we talked about it in the opening today. You know, you got Alex Meyer 2-0 at home this season with an ERA just barely over 2. Ryu, very good career numbers against the Angels. Effectively wild so far for Alex Meyer would be the best way to put it. His fastball has been electric when it's been in the strike zone. Same thing with his curve. Ryu's slow curve and changeup, outstanding for the Dodgers.
Thompson struck out in his only plate appearance so far tonight. That was in the 2nd. Three strikeouts, 5 walks for Alex Meyer. One ball, 1 strike. Well, we mentioned all the Dodger fans down in the right field bleacher. They've just furled a LA Dodger banner out there, and that's why you hear people cheering for it and some booing, obviously, the Angel fans. It'll bounce it back toward the mound. Meyer will pick it up. 1 down.
Hey, the one thing about Alex Meyer, though, when he fields his position, he's under control. I mean, that's a big body feeling that slow roller there. 6'9", stays controlled, and a lot on that throw to first base.
There's Utley, who's walked twice. Break the ball a little bit more under control. Called strike. Meyer did face the minimum 3 in the 4th inning, even though he gave up the leadoff single to Grandal, but he got a double play ball off the bat of Forsythe before getting Puig to pop out. 1 ball with strike. Out to left. Two down.
Pretty good pitch there, too, for Alex Meyer. Take the sting out of the bat, forcing Utley to hit the ball the other way. And Revere able to track that one down.
First time tonight that Alex Myers retired the first two batters to start an inning. Here's John Peterson, takes a breaking ball for a strike. Towards second, Espinosa comes in on it. Alex Meyer with his first 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Still with no score. Ram Trucks talked about Ryu's fastball hasn't been as consistent this season, but tonight so far has been very effective. 91, 92, a little bit off that outside corner, consistently hitting his spot. Hitters looking off speed, but he's gotten that fastball by some very good fastball hitters. And then when you start tracking the fastball, he's been able to throw his curveball, which has been very effective this season for Ryu. Pitching very well so far. See how he's able to manage this inning after getting that line drive off the foot through the fourth. 57 pitches, 4 innings, 5 strikeouts and 1 walk. 2 hits allowed, both singles. Marte a little flare in the third, and then the one that Simmons hit off of Ryu's foot. It'll be Marte, Espinosa, and Revere for the Angels here in the fifth. What a what?
It's that big slow curveball, that arm side curveball. Same thing with his changeup.
Marte was struggling down at AAA. 18 games there, hit 183 with 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Breaks his bat here, trying to pull that off-speed pitch. Taylor gets rid of it quickly, 1 out.
And that's one of those pitches too. If you stay back and think big part of the field, you can punch that ball easily through that right side of the infield. Try to pull it, you're going to roll it over the shortstop.
Just a little bit further away from Marte. The last one, he tried to pull that one as well. Just happened to get it off the end of the bat. It got the base hit out toward right center. 1 out, nobody on, and Danny Espinosa up. Danny hit one hard to Justin Turner in the 3rd. Reached on a fielder's choice. 0 for 1. Oh, 2 count. Dodgers no runs, a hit, 5 men left on base. The Angels no runs, 2 hits, 3 left on.
It's generally going to be a setup pitch for something off speed away.
Got the breaking ball. 2 down. Strikeout number 6 for Ryu. Here comes Ben Revere. Hey folks, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Two outs, nobody on, and Revere at the plate, starting left fielder for the 2nd consecutive game. Grounded out. His first at bat in the 3rd inning. Bouncer to second base. Forsythe comes up with it, flips it toward first. Utley unable to keep the foot on the back. That would have been an unbelievable play.
And we've seen some very good defensive plays by both teams the first 3 games of this 4-game set.
Looked like that ball on the second hop took like a shot toward the outfield. That's why Forsythe had to reach for it.
Yeah, that ball was almost by him, and off balance is trying to get a little bit on that throw. And Utley trying to stretch. No contact with the base as he tried to get that toe back, but not, at that point doesn't have the ball into the glove. But what a play by Forsythe in a stretch for a guy that hasn't played a whole lot of first base in his career, unable to keep the foot on the base. I wonder if Ben Revere just doesn't go early here. 5 stolen bases, been caught once.
Infield base hit for Revere. Namath has struck out twice, both looking. 5 stolen bases on the season for Ben. He's been caught once. One ball, one strike.
Might be one of those counts too, as a base runner anticipating a curveball, maybe even in the dirt. That's when you try to go, picking the right pitch. Quick throw over there for Ryu. Again, not a great move to first base, but very quick to the plate.
Two balls, two strikes. No score in the bottom of the 5th. Maven strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. First time swinging, 5 complete here at the Big A. We're still scoreless. Tomorrow night's game, Clayton Kershaw on schedule, looking for his 12th win of the season. We'll be going up against JC Ramirez. JC's coming off a pretty good start the last time out.
He threw the ball exceptionally. That should be a fun pitching matchup tomorrow night. We've seen a good one so far tonight. Should be another good one tomorrow.
No score. Top of the 6th inning. There's Clayton looking on. 3-4-5 coming up for the Dodgers. Turner, Bellinger, and Taylor. Originally, he was not scheduled to pitch in this series. Was going to pitch tomorrow, or pardon me, Friday. But he is on time, especially with the addition of Kenta Maeda last night. And we'll make the start tomorrow. Angels start to get some action in the bullpen. Alex Myers, 88 pitches, coming off a 1-2-3 5th inning. Turner swinging first pitch. It's a one hopper right to Danny Espinosa.
Especially when you have those amount of pitches. And granted, it's still manageable at 89. It's a stressful 89. Going back to my Hyundai key for this game, finding my way. Well, after a number of walks in the first 3 innings, the last 2 and a third innings, though, he's found his way as far as being more consistent. He's faced 21 batters, 15 first pitch strikes for Alex Meyer tonight. 5 walks, 3 punch outs. 5 and a third for Alex.
Bellinger takes a breaking ball for a strike. He punched out in the first inning. And a little bouncer back toward the mound in the third. 0 for 2. DHing tonight.
Curveball inside part of the plate, followed up with a fastball in. Imagine he'll try an up and in fastball here.
The first 0-2 count Alex Myers had tonight.
Yeah, tried that fastball up and in, but it drifted out over the plate. Again, at this point of the game, against a hitter like Bellinger with his power, if you miss, you got to miss in off the plate, not out over the plate.
Here comes the 1-2. Fastball, got him looking. Looking for the breaking ball, like you said, got the express 2 down.
That was Mo Larry the Cheese on that fastball. 97. Well, you can talk about getting a lot on that pitch, and that's hard of the plate and gets it by Bellinger. Again, the key is getting ahead and make the hitter guess.
Look at that replay once again. Look how
he's on top of the baseball.
On top of the full extension, now almost like he's trying to place it in that catcher's glove.
We were even talking about that on the pregame show about that wrist falling down,
yeah.
Lateral movement, both on his breaking ball and fastball. That time on top, true movement.
That was his best fastball of the night. Breaking ball, first one to Taylor, misses. Taylor getting to start it short tonight, 0 for 2. Hit a fly ball to left in the second, grounded out to Escobar in the third.
And you look how he's able to get on top of this baseball so well. That was so important. On top, right there, on top of that baseball, and able to get through on the follow through and hit his spot against a very dangerous hitter, the NL Player of the Week. He's looking breakable, got the express instead. And you got to right back to that 2 outs 2-0 thing. You got to stay focused against this Dodger lineup. That's why that was a good decision by Maldonado to get out and talk to Alex Meyer.
Such a good shot of that last pitch to Bellinger as Taylor takes up and away. 3 balls, no strikes. You mentioned on top, and if you look at that freeze frame, you know, if you're looking at a clock in that angle there, fingers are at 2 o'clock. All they have to do is just go a little bit toward 3 o'clock, and all of a sudden that pitch is nowhere near the strike zone.
Nope.
3-1. Called strike, and Taylor didn't like it. That one's off the plate. Full count.
Well, now if you're Alex Meyer, your mindset is this is probably my last pitch of the night. It's got to be my best pitch.
It's the 8th full count of the night for Alex Meyer. He's retired 7 straight. Here's the 3-2. And that's lined to right. Cole is there. Nice job by Alex Meyer. It could have unraveled. It almost did in the second and third innings, but settles down to give the Angels 6 shutout innings. We head to the bottom of the frame, still scoreless.
here in the bottom of the 6th. Reason why Alex Meyer is certainly worthy of a Carl's Cam replay. His performance after struggling early on with his command. Curveball, nasty. Big break, 12-6 break. Fastball, the Express, 96. Staying back, got comfortable as the game progressed. Settled down, 97 against Bellinger. Middle part of the plate, solid effort. 4 punch-outs, 5 walks. Just 1 hit allowed in 6 shutout innings for Alex Meyer. What a job and a smile on his face. Good adjustment as the game progressed. Retired the last 8 batters.
Cole Calhoun to lead things off. Scoreless here in the bottom of the 6th. 2, 3, and 4. It's Hyun-Jin Ryu. Ryu, 6 strikeouts. Check that. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. 3 hits allowed. And that's ripped down the right field line, and that is a fair ball. Into the seats it goes. It's a ground rule leadoff double for Cole. His 11th double of the season.
Boy, driving and using that energy by Alex Meyer. Finish off that last inning. Cole just drives that ball down the right field line. His 11th double. High pitch by Ryu. Missed spot. Hasn't missed many spots this entire game. Got that foot down, cleared the hips, and the barrel of bat. Ground rule double by Cole Calhoun.
Albert has struck out twice, both swinging. Pitch called a strike, and Albert didn't like it.
Looked like it touched the inside part of the plate. One of those big moments, and Albert has been very good in these moments throughout his career. Like Albert was content just punching that ball to the right side of the infield, at the very least advance Cole, the 3rd.
Baez, first man up for the Dodgers. Ryu at a manageable 76 pitches. Albert just gives away his at bat, chasing the off-speed pitch. 3rd strikeout of the night. 1 down.
Now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento, with Escobar coming to the plate and how well he has hit the ball up the middle. Center field, 42.8%. Leads the majors in that category. And as far as ground ball percentage, 59.6%, 3rd best in the majors. So line drives up the middle, base hits through the hole on the ground. Trademark Escobar. But you can't try to pull, especially against Ryu. He knows in this spot it's an RBI situation. He's going to try to get you as a hitter to expand your strike zone and chase pitches. He got Albert to do so, and the first pitch against Escobar was able to do so.
No balls, 2 strikes. But now with a fly ball to center and a walk. Leadoff double for Cole, still standing at 2nd.
Escobar really good on off-speed pitches, curves, and changeups. Could see one now on an 0-2 pitch. Although they might be going cut fastball in.
Well, this one's out to right. Puig doesn't play very deep. 2 outs. So it'll be up to Andrelton Simmons.
Mike Trout is progressing very well. He's out on the field today. Hit some soft toss. Looks to be able to hit batting practice, live batting practice, very, very soon. Been out since May 28th. Having that surgery on his left thumb. Not playing some catch today. See a little different lineup once Trout comes back in that 3rd spot. Albert back in his 4th spot. Then you'll see Escobar move at 5th or 6th.
Breaking ball, hammered out to left field. Going back on it is Thompson. He's at the wall. Gone! Big fly for Andrelton Simmons. 2-0 Halos.
Tell you what, Simba, very, very good on elevated pitches. It's our top-tier play, brought to you by Arco. Andrelton Simmons with his 8th home run, now 35 RBI, up in the strike zone, about letter high, and he's able to bring his hands inside and grab it on that barrel of the bat, and he crushed it, and he knew it. What a swing by Andrelton Simmons. Knowing he hit a 2-run home run, a mammoth home run by Simba. Great moment, big moment.
Maldonado punches one to right field. So a 2-out home run and a 2-out single. Halos finally break through against Hyun-Jin Ryu, who's been so good tonight. Simmons picks up both Pujols and Escobar, bringing home Calhoun and himself.
It's amazing when you look at Andrelton Simmons this season. 8th home run, 4 home runs in each of the last 2 seasons for Andrelton Simmons. Certainly a guy in consideration for the All-Star game, the American League Club. 8 home runs, 17 doubles, a triple, outstanding defense. Big home run right there.
Jeffrey Marte 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out.
Here's Alex Meyer in position now with that swing of the bat. The bullpen can hold the lead, pick up the W.
Two fastballs blown right by Marte. It's 0-2. Dayton has joined Baez, so lefty and a righty.
Alex Meyer able to smile now after 6 very good innings. When you think about it, 5 walks, first 12 batters faced, 0 walks, the next 11.
.35 runs batted in for the Angels shortstop. Now a little flare out to right, another off-speed pitch. Jeffrey Marte picks up his 2nd hit of the night.
They force Dave Roberts to go to the bullpen now.
3 straight 2-out hits, and here comes Roberts. Danny Espinosa coming to the plate. Roberts can go either way, and it looks like he's going to go to the lefty. We'll keep Danny from the right side of the plate. We have ourselves our first pitching change of the night. Hyun-Jin Ryu, 3 straight 2-out hits. The first of those 3, a 2-run blast by Andrelton Simmons. The Angels with a couple of men on here in the 6th inning, leading it 2-0.
Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by your 22 Southern California Mercedes-Benz dealers, committed to delivering the best or nothing. Halos up 2-0 here at the bottom of the 6th inning. They chase Injun Ryu with 3 straight 2-out hits, one of which was the home run. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 7 hits allowed. Dave Roberts goes to the left-hander. It's Grant Dayton coming on. 29-year-old native of Huntsville, Alabama, pitching in his 26th game. 1-1 record at 3.54 ERA. Easy for me to say. 19 strikeouts, 10 walks at 20 1/3.
You said that very easily, though. Fastballs, 90-93, curveball, slider, and a changeup.
Dayton originally in the Marlins system, 11th round pick in 2010, got picked up in a trade back in 2015. 25 games last year for the Dodgers, and he's very effective. Maldonado standing at second. Marte at first.
Yeah, when you're facing this Dodger lineup, you need to add on when you can. An opportunity to get another run or 2 across here.
Danny so far tonight, a fielder's choice and a strikeout. That puts him at 0 for 2.
A lot of fastballs. He tries to go upstairs with a fastball, and that's the one zone that Danny Espinosa has struggled with, is that high fastball, trying to bring it down now in the strike zone to do some damage.
Angels finally strike against Ryu. 21 inning shutout string against the Angels with 3 starts. No more. 1-0.
That's a high fastball. Again, I'm still surprised that Ryu was able to stay in that game after that line drive by Andrelton Simmons off his foot. Still made some very good pitches after that point, until Andrelton Simmons got him again. Simba with a very big game again. 2 hits, including the 2-run home run.
Two balls, 1 strike, 2 on, 2 outs. Three and 1. Then Revere on deck. Espinosa, the 7th man to come to the plate here in the 6th inning. Popped up first base side. This one headed toward the seats and out of play. So the full count of 2 outs. Runners will get a head start. Runners go. 3-2, and he walked up. Bases loaded for Revere.
Revere 1 for 2 on an infield base hit at his last AB. There's the first one. Watch out. Bends him back.
Time if you're Ben Revere, he's trying to bring that ball down, and you're going to try to punch that ball in the left field. Outer part of the plate. You know he's going to have to try to groove a fastball now. Doesn't want to fall behind 2-0 with the bases loaded.
1-0 pitch. Revere hits one out to right field, hit well. Chasing Puig back, still running back, and on the track he will haul it in. That's a terrific defensive play by Yasiel Puig, who plays a shallow right field. He's able to run it down, and he robs Ben Revere of extra bases, but the Angels get on the board courtesy of Simba.
Simba was able to get a high pitch, upper part of the strike zone, about letter high, and a no-doubter. Knew he got it. 2-run home run, 2-hit performance by Anderson Simmons. Here's the cold hard facts brought to you by Clean, Crisp, Coors Light. The Angels, game number 82 tonight, 41-40 record at the halfway point, within 2 games of 500 every day since May 14th. An exactly 500 mark 21 times. Mike Scioscia's club trying to avoid that to get to 42-40 and hold on to this lead, 2-0 lead here into the 7th inning against the Dodgers.
Yusmeiro Petit takes over to start the 7th. Grandal, Forsythe, and Puig coming up for the Dodgers. Grandal on base twice with a walk and a single. Yusmeiro pitching in his 30th game. 2-0 record at 2.31 ERA. And this one is sliced foul.
When you look at that play by Yasiel Puig, that's a potential game saver. If that ball's over his head, that's going to be 3 runs scored potentially. And then with Revere's speed, he's going to be at second or third base. But Yasiel Puig with an outstanding play again defensively. Sold on Monday, certainly on that play here tonight on Wednesday.
No balls, 2 strikes on Grandal. Good numbers in his career against Petit. 5 for 15. A double, 3 home runs. Switch hitting catcher. Forsythe on deck. Here comes the 1-2. Grounded toward the left side. Even though he was in his shift, Anderson able to get there. 1 down.
Oh, right on that throw from Andrelton Simmons. The backhand on top with that throw. Firm throw to first base to get the first out.
And by the way, Alex Meyer tonight ended up going 6 innings, allowing 1 hit. He struck out 4, walked 5, and allowed no runs, retiring the last 8 batters that he faced. And he is, because of the home run by Simmons, the pitcher of record as of right now.
Again, continues those patterns of very good numbers, at least ERA-wise, in opponent's batting average against at home this season. Well, I almost try that same exact pitch a little bit further off the outside corner. You have an umpire calling that pitch that's even out of the strike zone. You have to try to expand it even more so and be ready for Cole Calhoun out in right field for a base fly ball hit your way.
That's in the strike zone, actually. That pitch was actually in the strike zone.
Like the middle part of the strike zone, upper part. See where this pitch was ended up being, right in the middle of the plate, upper part of the strike zone.
Here's the 1-2. Slow breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Forsythe, the walk and a double play ball, so he's 0 for 1. Popped him up. 2 down. Puig coming up with 2 outs, and what a catch he made on the ball that Revere hit.
And he's playing pretty shallow in right field. He does that normally anyhow, be able to go back, and this ball was hit very well by Ben Revere, running back, right in front of that 365 sign, reaches up. Maintains control of the baseball as he rams into the wall. That's a great play by Puig. And Revere thinking he's got at least a double, 3 RBI on that swing.
Welcome to the Marine layer, Ben Revere. That ball got stuck. Puig's 0 for 2.
I don't agree with that.
What's that?
I had no Marine layer there.
And that's driven out towards center. Playable.
Marine layer got that one.
That was off the end of the battle. 1, 2, 3. Shut down inning. Look at this Merrill Petit. Stretch time. Halos up 2-0.
Tampa Bay Rays have been playing very good baseball, but lost today 6-2 at Pittsburgh. Oakland in a battle. Houston Astros 11-8 lost, 2-16 the last 18 games versus the Astros for the Oakland Athletics. Now let's take a look at our showstopper around the major. What a play. A lot of times we show home runs, but we're going to see some defense here. LAN AT ANA dipped in gold, dives, knocks that one down. A line shot for Ben, throws from his bottom and fires the throw over the first base with a perfect play for the El Toro High School grad.
You're up, Manny Machado.
Yes. Oh, what an unbelievable defensive player and hitter, too, for Nolan Arenado.
Brock Stewart takes over now for Dayton, who went 1/3 of an inning and issued a walk. 25-year-old out of Normal, Illinois. Facing the top of the order. It's Maben, Calhoun, and Pujols.
Well, that's one place we certainly can't be from.
No. Cam's a tough night, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Now this is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stewart, 6th round pick, pardon me, in 2014 out of Illinois State. His big league debut last year, 7 games, 5 starts, and 2-2. Second appearance of the season, both out of the bullpen. He was at AAA, made 4 starts there, and an ERA of 5.19 with an 0-1 record. 2-1. It's lined out towards shallow center field. Peterson coming on and makes the catch. That ball ended up tailing toward right center field. 1 out here in the 7th.
Well, it's been fun to watch the defense by both clubs in this series so far. Able to track that one down, Peterson.
Again, we go back to, what was the 2nd, 3rd inning. We were talking about when you look at the team's error totals, and it doesn't look appealing, and you say, well, these two teams have struggled defensively, but you got to look at it on a daily basis. We get to watch the Angels. Yeah, they've made some bad mistakes, but they've also made some unbelievably great plays. And the Dodgers have done so in this series as well. I'm sure they've done it all season long as well.
Yeah, when you look at the Angels and when you look at the record without their defense and some spectacular plays and some great bullpen work, they're not above 500.
Cole started the 6th inning with a double. 1 for 3 on the night. The double is 11th of the season. An off-speed pitch was up. Two-one pitch. Two-two. This would foul back. Great crowd tonight. 44,669. Second largest regular season crowd here at the Big A since the 1998 renovation. The largest, also a Dodger game. Last year, May 19th, 45,007.
Should be another huge crowd tomorrow night also.
Cole goes down swinging, 2 outs. Brings up Pujols, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Hey, join the Angels Saturday. Mariners are in town. It's a 7 p.m. start. Fans in attendance receive a Pujols 600 bobblehead, courtesy of Cox Communications. While supplies last, also arrive early to watch a pregame ceremony. For more information, go to angels.com. Kershaw's on the mound tomorrow. J.C. Ramirez will oppose him.
Should be a fun game. J.C. Ramirez taking on Clayton Kershaw. Albert Pujols to be played tomorrow. 2500th career game in the majors for Albert Pujols.
Caden Middleton. Looks like he'll pitch the 8th. 9-1-2 coming up for the Dodgers. Albert rips out one foul. Man, hopefully that didn't hit anybody. That got in and out of the seats quickly. Albert hits one out toward left center. Thompson moving over, hauls it in, and the Angels down in order. We head to the 8th here at the Big A. The Halos up by the score 2-0.
Middleton, top 8, Angels over the Dodgers 2-0. I'm Patrick O'Neill. Hope you stick around after this game for Angels Live, brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers with Jose Mota, Kingfish, Tim Salmon, and Alex Curry, with all the reaction from the players and Mike Scioscia. Pitching has been the story. Only one inning have the Dodgers done any damage, and Alex Meyer, perhaps his best start of the season, been really strong at home, sub-2 ERA, and really good in this game so far. But this moment, Victor and Mark, as I go back to you for Keenan Middleton, he's got that fire. Nobody wants to see him lose that. This could be his big moment.
Well, there's no doubt, and he's been very good of late, challenging hitters with his fastball. His breakable has been excellent. 2-0 with a 3.13. Fastball has been rushing up there 97 to 99, and that sharp breakable, which he's been able to throw for strikes.
Yusmeiro Petit had himself a 1-2-3 7th. One ground down, 2 fly ball outs, and here in the 8th inning for the Dodgers, it'll be 9-1-2. Thompson, Utley, and Peterson. Trace Thompson, the left fielder, 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a bouncer back toward the mound. And that is hammered out to left field, and the Dodgers are on the board. Trace Thompson with a bat flip. It's a 2-1 Angel lead. And there's no doubt you probably sense a little bit of a retribution after the talking back and forth between Bellinger and Middleton the other night.
I mean, that ball was crushed. You talk about Trace Thompson's power. And he got a pitch to do some damage. That's baseball.
Yep.
He got a fastball, and it drifted on the inner half of the plate. If it's away, he doesn't get it. Inside part of the plate, and a lot of power behind it. Tell you what, this is a fun series between these two clubs. First home run and hit of the season for Trace Thompson.
Had been 0 for his last 13. Utley takes a strike on the breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
And he's had a tough time with breaking balls, but challenging with a fastball. It's a firm fastball from Middleton. Didn't miss it.
Utley skies one to left. Revere moving over. One down. Bases clear for Jock Peterson, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Maldonado quickly out to visit the youngster. Middleton in his rookie season, pitching in his 27th big league game. It's the 3rd home run he's allowed. 23 plus innings. That is pulled foul. No balls and a strike.
Boy, this crowd is into it right now.
Peterson with a fly ball to center, a strikeout and a ground out. There's the 0-1 pitch. And defensive swing by Peterson fouls it off. 0-2. Pitch. Down and in.
Overthrown fastball, mislocation by Keenan Middleton. That's why you got to try to stay under control.
New baseball put into play. Justin Turner on deck. 2-1 Angels. Trace Thompson turning around a fastball from Keenan Middleton to lead off this 8th inning. One-two. Got him swinging. Down goes Peterson. 2 down.
Firm fastball. Great location. 97. This will be a test now with Turner coming to the plate. Location, target, hit, swing and miss by Middleton against Jock Peterson. Cannot catch up to that fastball.
Justin Turner, the third baseman, 0 for 2 with a walk.
That's a hard slider.
That's a much better one. The first one didn't seem like he was fully committed on. It almost looked like a little bad cut fastball.
Yes, exactly. But he stayed on top of that. That was a sharp break to it. Turner reading fastball. You see, there wasn't a lot of break to it. That was almost a true slider break.
Maldonado set up outside. Fastball, and it just misses. Martin holding it there just an extra second with Marvin Hudson. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Bellinger on deck. Imagine that rematch.
Yes.
Two on. Fastball jammed him, fouled off. Evens up the count. Angels in the bottom of the 8th. Have Escobar, Simmons, and Maldonado coming up. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers.
Does he go that hard slider now? I think you got to go with that pitch, especially with those numbers we talked about against the fastball against Turner.
I'd throw him 2 in a row if you miss on this one. 2-2 pitch. And that's out toward right center field. Chasing Maben back. He's at the wall. Will haul it in for the 3rd out. Trace Thompson gets the Dodgers on the board. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Angels on top 2-1. West is being brought to you by GMC. Bottom of the 8th inning, Angels up by the score of 2-1. Trace Thompson with his first hit of the season ends up being a home run, getting the Dodgers on the board, and it was a no-doubter.
Yeah, I mean, he's got great power. When he gets a pitch, he can drive. Keenan Middleton gave up at 1 run, no more damage. I'm surprised he threw Turner a fastball there. He hit that pretty well to right center field. Cameron Maben able to run it down though.
Yunel Escobar to face Stewart. Had himself a 1-2-3 7th, including a strikeout. Yunel 0 for 2, a couple of fly ball outs and a walk. Bouncer over the head of Justin Turner. It's a single for Yunel Escobar. He'll turn and stop right there. Eighth hit of the night for the Angels as we take a look at the in-game box score. Multi-hit game for Andrelton Simmons. A single in that 2-run home run. Marte with a couple of singles in his first start since getting recalled.
Remember, we showed that graphic for ground ball percentage, another ground ball base hit for Escobar. Just got that over the head of Justin Turner. We've seen him make some outstanding plays at third. Almost able to make that one.
Home run for Simmons, his 8th of the year, now with 35 runs batted in. 4 home runs last year. He fouled this one back.
When he got a pitch elevated last time up against Ryu. Hanging breaking ball. Let her high, and he's got that ability to bring his hands up and drive the baseball in an elevated pitch very well. 8th home run. 2-run shot, 2-hit performance.
Quick throw to first. Escobar with a step and a dive.
Dodgers anticipating a potential hit and run being put on here by Mike Scioscia.
One ball, one strike. Sellout electric crowd here at the Big A tonight. Escobar's on the move, little hit and run action, ground ball to Taylor. The throw goes to first, one away. He now ends up in scoring position.
Just like we thought, Dodgers were thinking the same thing. Hit and run being put on by Scioscia, and gets Escobar in scoring position. Martín Maldonado, who had a base hit his last at bat, has been very clutch in these spots of late.
Martín Maldonado, 1 for 3 night. Bouncer to third. Turner's got it. 2 down. Hey, join the Angels for Family Sunday coming up on Sundays. They take on the Mariners at 12:37. Visit the Gate 5 courtyard for fun activities after the game. Kids in attendance get to run the bases. For more info on the Family Sunday presented by Yakult Probiotic Drink, just go to angels.com. Halos are going to set up a pinch hitter. At least Val Buena will be pinch hitting for Jeffrey Marte. And will more than likely take over at first base. So Marte finishes his start tonight, 2 for 3.
Those big insurance runs you'd like to be able to get across here. A 2-run lead as compared to a 1-run lead. Take away a potential bunt by the Dodgers if they get someone on.
Dodgers in the 9th inning have Bellinger, Taylor, Grandal due up. The Angels have Cam Bedrosian getting ready their bullpen. First one to Luis. He'll pop it up. Shallow right center field, swinging first pitch. Forsythe calling for it, makes the catch, and we head to the 9th. Cam Bedrosian coming in to try to close it out. Halos up 2-1.
This is being brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, the new benchmark of minivans. Test drive one at your local Chrysler dealership today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by Buick.
2-1 Halos here in the top of the 9th inning. Cam Bedrosian coming in to try to close this one out. Cam pitched Monday. With 2/3 of an inning, picked up a couple of strikeouts, and he did so on 10 pitches. And he'll get Bellinger, Taylor, and Grandal for the Dodgers here in the 9th. You could always perhaps see Corey Seager pinch hit. Hasn't been playing because of a little hamstring issue, but he took batting practice, looked fine today. It appeared as if everything was going fine. We might even see him tomorrow.
Yeah, I would assume seeing him tomorrow. You might see him in this game tonight.
There's Corey. First save opportunity for Cam Bedrosian since returning off the disabled list.
Looks pretty relaxed. It doesn't look like he's in position to get ready to swing the bat.
Bellinger tonight 0 for 3 as the DH. 2 strikeouts and a comebacker to the mound. Here's the first one. Breaking ball, a swing and a miss. Bedrosian came into the 7th inning of Monday night's game. Struck out Freeman and Utley to get the Angels out of that inning.
Good breaking ball there, too. Back-to-back solid breaking balls from Cam Bedrosian.
Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Bellinger. 1 down.
That's 3 very good, high-quality breaking balls against a guy who hits the breaking ball very, very well. Coming into the game, .316 batting average versus a curveball for Cody Bellinger, but there are 3 very good ones to get a swing and miss.
Taylor, the shortstop, 0 for 3. A fly ball to left, a ground ball to third, and a fly ball to right. The second 3 strikeout game for Bellinger in the series. Taylor skies one to right. Cole is there. 2 down. That's Monty Grandal, 1 for 2, takes low. Fastball just misses low. 2-0. 2 hits for the Dodgers tonight, 8 for the Angels. The Dodgers have stranded 5. The Halos have left 8 on base. Bedrosian trying to close it out for Alex Meyer. 6 innings of shutout baseball, 1 hit, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. That one's off the plate, 3-0. Logan Forsythe on deck.
And Grandal will be swinging here on a 3-0 pitch. Do not groove a fastball to him. He's got very good power.
Shift on, and he'll take a strike, 3-1. lower part of the zone, just barely.
That's a dangerous spot against Grandal.
Just shy at 45,000 in the house tonight. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball, drops it in there, full count. Payoff pitch. This one's out towards center, hit well. Maben going back at the wall, at the track, gone. A home run for Yasmani Grandal on a 3-2 pitch ties this game up at 2. And it looked like he got a hanging breaking ball as Grandal hits his 10th of the season.
Well, I talked about his power. He got a mistake pitch. He gets that down. He's got him. See, upstairs, Grandal did a good job of staying back. Originally going out in front, but stayed back and drove that one out to dead center field. Just over the glove of Cameron Maben. That's a good conversation right there by Charles Nagy to go out and talk to Cam Bedrosian.
There's Logan Forsythe, the walk. Double play ball and a pop-up. For Grandal's 30th run batted in. A 2-2 game with 2 outs here in the 9th. Oh, 1 pitch. And this is punched to right, a base hit. So the go-ahead run now on board. And here comes Yasiel Puig. Kenley Jansen, Major Baez getting ready. Puig tonight 0 for 3. Here's the first one. And he'll chop this with a third. Escobar goes over to second, and they get Logan Forsythe for the 3rd out. But Yasmani Grandal on a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Homers to straightaway center field to tie this one at 2. 8-9-1 coming up for the Angels at the bottom of the 9th. Courtesy of that Yasmani Grandal home run off of Cam Bedrosian. Want to remind you that MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Angels baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Angels home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. Pedro Baez on in relief. Stewart ended up going 2 innings and allowing 1 hit, punching out 1. It'll be Baez here to face 8, 9, and 1. Those are the 2 guys with the solo home runs. Thompson in the 8th, Grandal in the 9th.
This Dodger club with a lot of power showed it on display late, the 8th and 9th inning.
Baez has been very good for the Dodgers this year. This will be his 34th game, 2-0 mark, a 1.34 ERA, 32 strikeouts, 15 walks in 33 and 2/3 innings.
Yeah, his fastball is 95 to 99. He'll throw a slider and changeup.
Espinosa 1 for 2 in his career against Baez. Here comes the first one. Fastball nowhere near the zone at 96. Two balls, no strikes. Danny tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. Two-0. Just pulled off of that one. And that was a pitch.
That's a pitch to do some damage.
Yeah. It's 2-1. Foul back, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Revere on deck. Full count.
Had a changeup there. 2-2 changeup.
Here's a payoff pitch. And this was pulled down the line, and that's exactly where Utley was playing, 1 down.
Pitcher was down, hit well, but Utley right in position to make that play. The Angels have been very good in this position, especially in the 9th inning as far as run differential between opponents and the Angels. Even though they gave up a run here in the 9th, see that plus 20 run differential in the 9th inning. Best in the majors. 41 runs scored in the 9th, 21 allowed. Well, when we look back at this game, that play that Yasiel Puig made on Ben Revere with the bases loaded, the reason why the Dodgers had a shot to tie it up.
Pops the bunt foul, and it's no balls and a strike. Ben 1 for 3 tonight. Singled back in the 5th inning. Infield variety. 1-1. Turner in on the grass over at third base. Utley hugging the line at first.
And a change up again. A lot of room in right center field for Ben Revere, especially on an off-speed pitch that Baez threw him.
First time that Ben's ever faced Baez. Cameron Maben's on deck. Maben's never faced him either. Ground ball toward the middle. Taylor, a little bit of a bobble, not going to get there. The minute it rolled up the glove, it was going to be a tough play with the speedy Revere, and he'll reach with one out.
And that's what that speed does to an infielder. Ben Revere able to get down the line quickly, forced Taylor to go after that baseball, and that little bit of a bobble, unable to recover. Ends up picking up an error on this one. A little bit of a hop, hits on the heel of the glove and bounces up, and Ben Revere on base with that speed.
That'll be the 8th error committed by Taylor this season. So the winning run standing at first. Cameron Maben a rough night, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Last time up, hit a fly ball to center.
Baez pretty quick to the plate, not easy to try to steal against. Grandal, good throwing arm himself.
Mentioned earlier, 5 stolen bases on the season for Ben. Been caught once.
I always felt when you see a pitcher step off like that, there might be some kind of defensive play put on, whether it's a pickoff or a pitch out. Try to be quicker to the plate, anticipating the Angels on the move.
Revere is on the move. Maben breaks his bat, rules it foul.
Ben Revere had a pretty good jump there also.
No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Revere doesn't go, and Maben fouls it back.
Mentioned earlier the numbers for Maben coming into the game against a 4-seam fastball, 329 batting average. Baez has a good 4-seamer. You look at the outfield set up for the Dodgers, all 3 playing extremely deep. So a little flare into the outfield would allow Ben Revere to get all the way over to third, go first to third on a flare into the outfield.
Revere, looks like he started to go, stopped, and now the ball in the dirt allows him to get into scoring position. Good read for Ben. A lot of times you see a base runner start to go and then heads back toward first base. He kind of just froze.
Yeah, you feel at that point you missed your opportunity, but a good read, gets away from Grandal.
Try to backhand
Yeah,
that
you
one.
got to try to keep your glove turned the other way and to square up the shoulders. Because the glove that way, it hits the padding on the mitt and gets away from him. First wild pitch of the season for Baez. Good read, saw that in the dirt. Now all of a sudden you see the outfield in closer for the Dodgers.
1-2 to Maben, and he'll foul it off.
Now it'll be more difficult to score, even though with that speed that Ben Revere has, because there's all three have plus throwing arms in the outfield for the Dodgers.
Halos tonight 1 for 8 with men in scoring position. That one was the Andrelton Simmons home run. Remember, Calhoun had opened up that inning with a double. 2-2 here in the ninth, 1 out. Winning run standing at second. Cole Calhoun on deck. One-two again. Upstairs. 2-2.
Pretty good take, especially when you're facing a guy that throws upper 90s. Trying to commit a little bit earlier to try to get the barrel of the bat on the baseball.
You talk about a very shallow outfield all the way around. Thompson at left, Peterson at center, Puig at right, and all playing straight up. Forsythe, the second baseman, trying to keep Revere as close as possible. Two-two, and a swing and a miss. Go, run to first. Maben decides not to run. And the throw is over the head of Utley. Here comes Revere. Drive home safely.
You talk about one of the most unconventional ways to walk off. A strike three, baseball's thrown away. Ben Revere scores from second on the throw over the head at first base. What a game ending on the weirdest play you can find. And Ben Revere is going to be our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Scored the winning run on a strikeout. And then the off-balance throw by Grandal gets away at first and walks off for the victory. What a crazy play. Strike three, he's at second, reads that ball away. Cameron Maben's not going. Grandal has all day, checks back where Revere is. He's got to make sure he doesn't try to come home, and then throws the throw over first base with a walk-off.
Ben Revere scoring that winning run. He's down on the field with Alex Curry. Alex.
Ben, that's got to be one of the craziest walk-off wins you have been a part of. Take us through what you read in that situation.
Oh, crazy 2 innings. I mean, no, we had a heart and soul this team, and we have a lot of fight. But you know, baseball is game preparation, and sometimes a game of luck. So, but no, we prepared for this game, and it was a crazy freeway series.
Every game this series has been an emotional battle for you guys.
Yeah.
What impressed you about the way your team stuck in this and came through in the ninth?
No, Rulu played a great game for him. So did Alex. I know he was kind of missed his placement on some spots in the early innings, but we hung in there. And Simmons with a big home run. Then of course the walk-off we had in the ninth. So it's fun. It's my first time being part of this freeway series, so it's good. Hopefully finish them off tomorrow.
Now this crowd was absolutely electric tonight. A sold-out crowd. How much were you guys able to feed off this energy in this ballpark?
No, it felt like a World Series game. It really did, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So we're going to take this in and get ready for tomorrow.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
Way to score.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, there you have it. The Angels take one of the crazy walk-off wins I think we've ever seen. But stick around for Angels Live with Patrick O'Neill, Jose Mota, and Tim Salmon coming up next.